So down that street at that second telephone pole over there is where a guy I had this fling with. We had sex like a couple times. He was really selfish and bad in bed. He thinks he's just the greatest because he has a big dick, or he used to have a big dick, or I don't know. But anyway, so that's that's the one that probably caused some of this gang stalking. But yeah, he started messing with my head really bad, and then I had to learn all over again about narcissism. And god damn, fucked me up for years, all the shit because what they do is they get other people to re-traumatize you, so it takes you sometimes years to recover from it. And I still haven't recovered, but my CPTSD is a little bit better. But sometimes it's still out of control. It's lost me a lot of friends. It's lost me a lot of support. So I've had to do pretty much everything you see around here on my own, you know. All this work, gardening. I mean, it's 2/3. And I've gardened almost every inch of it. Now it's getting eaten again because I don't have support again. Because I have narcissistic family that also is rather abusive. And they do it by withholding and trying to control you and making sure I don't have any transportation, I can't get anywhere, making sure that I'm always short on money. It's like, you know, pretty shitty. So I've kind of mostly cut off contact with my parents because I can't trust either of them anymore. I never really could, but I didn't know that until I went through narcissistic abuse from that one and 3 others before him. So, but yeah, he would like tell me to come over because he was all hot for me, and then I'd go over there and he wouldn't be there, you know, and then I'd find out later that he'd gotten on the bus and he was probably headed downtown to hook up with some other random dude, you know, while I was waiting for him at his house, you know, or some other shit. One day when one of the narcissists from the Buddhist group I used to go to, who likes me and keeps trying to sleep with me even though I'm not interested in him. This guy told me to go back to him because he doesn't have any problem with narcissists, I think. So he what he did was he told me to go back to that guy, and when I did, I got an even bigger injury from him because he threw his ex into my face. So he made sure that his ex was coming over right as I was leaving, just to like throw it in my face, like, I'm more interested in him than you. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, the couple of the guys that I saw that dude sleeping with were like 20 years older than me, or younger, way younger than me, because I'm 50, so I'm a few years older than him. But his exes were like 10 or 15 years younger than me, younger than him by a few years, but not that good looking, you know. I was like, dude, you're not, I don't understand. If you're gonna sleep with somebody else, why are you downgrading? I don't get it, you know. It's just so weird, but it all makes sense once you learn about sex addiction and narcissism. So in pictures, and I'm going to overlay those pictures over here, so hopefully you're seeing them now in the video instead of this video I'm shooting. These guys from 13th Street, I think that was when I first started learning about the deep criminality of the neighborhood. They were illegally squatting in an abandoned house. We thought they were renters, but they weren't, I think. I don't have all the facts again, so some of this is conjecture, but I'm pretty sure they were squatting, and my the ex-tenant who used to live here, and he's a whole other ball of wax, I'm telling you. But he told me to trust these guys that lived on 13th Street. And so I did trust them at first. Well, their kids kept coming over to play in the pond and catch frogs and stuff, and I didn't like it because I'm a fairly private person, but I let them. come in like you told me. All of this used to be wide open. I had to build this out of sticks and stuff. But they would come over and stuff would be missing. And then one day I discovered the generator was missing, and my machete and my landlord's axe and big stuff. And I caught them. And I saw the guy in the road. I even helped the other guy too. One night the guy came up to my house bleeding in the middle of the night. So I kind of nursed him, got him bandages, got him cleaned up, let him sleep on my lanai in the hammock I used to have there. And then I think he stole from me that night too. And then when I confronted him on it, my auntie was over here and she had her car parked behind this gate. And they came at us with baseball bats. They bashed in her hood, and then they started coming after us, and I didn't have anything. And I was just me, yeah, and I'm a lot older than them. And I wasn't in great shape then. So I was worried about it. So I told my auntie to go hide inside the house and lock herself in. So I grabbed this toy sword that somebody had given me, and I just ran out over here towards the gate because they were on the property. Yeah, I have videos of them coming on the property. I'll try to overlay those on the video too. But I came out here yelling at them, "Get the fuck out of here! I'm gonna fucking blah blah blah." And they were running away. But yeah, they got all kinds of tools. My landlord wouldn't report him to the cops or do anything or report his stolen generator or any of that stuff. And but you know, the landlord here is super iffy. I mean, just super iffy. Never comes through in a single promise. But you know what? I don't pay rent. I garden and I keep bad people off the property. And otherwise it would be abandoned and it would look like crap. You know, instead I'm growing food, I'm growing flowers. I have a garden that anyone would envy, you know. It's always been my dream to do that, and that's one of the reasons why I liked that narcissistic creep who helped ruin my life, you know. Granted, I did a lot of that on my own too, but you know, he definitely enabled a lot of that. It's because he had a garden. And the lady who lived in this house over here is not the current owner. The current owner's better than the last owner, but the last owner of the place introduced me to him, and she turned out to be a nightmare too. And just betrayal. You know, my friend, before she died, she told me that this island is much more rough around the edges, much more gritty, much more crime-ridden because people are more desperate. People aren't as rich here, you know, so they really will sacrifice each other to the wolves for nothing, for a generator, you know. And those people attempted on my life several times, and my knees are both still damaged from that. I'll never quite run the same again. It's really funny because the dude down here, the fling, he told me that I was stalking him. I said, "No, dude. I've heard you repeat to me things that were said to me during sex, so I know that you were creeping outside my window, listening to me having sex. And multiple times people thought they heard things over here coming out of the forest. They're pretty sure that he was creeping around my place." And I go, "Dude, I went past your place to see if you were lying again. And guess what? What did I figure out? He was fucking lying again. So no, dude, I ain't a stalker. But you think I'm just gonna sit back and let you do whatever you want and get away with it and lie and keep your little secrets and have flings with married guys and secret get-togethers with people who aren't supposed to be getting together because they're in a relationship or something? Yeah, I see you, brah. I see you. You ain't gonna keep getting away with it. Not in my neighborhood, because we share this neighborhood. And if you're making people's lives unbearable by being here, maybe you should go. You know, take your garden, rip it out of the ground, and go back to Washington, because you don't belong here." It's a real piece of shit, I'm telling you.